Hello everyone, it is Mary here and thank you for coming to get ready with me. Just a disclaimer right now. I am going to be talking about mostly religious topics, like why I posted that singing video. I have some notes down here, not very many because I'm awful at taking notes, but just some topic ideas. My religious standpoints, how I was called into ministry, and what I do in ministry. So if those are not things that you're interested in hearing about, I'm sorry. But that sounded really Canadian, right? I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm not Canadian. I've been watching too many Simply Nailogical videos because I'm like addicted. So grab your coffee or tea or water or whatever you're drinking. I happen to actually be drinking coffee. I like to grind my own coffee beans. It's my favorite way because I like really strong coffee, and I put almond milk in there. Because another fun fact, I'm lactose intolerant. So I can't have milk. Or like half and half. I absolutely love the taste of half and half in coffee. Does not like me though. Anyway, let's get started. So first of all, obviously my room is messy, so if you're new, hello, welcome to my messy room. My name is Mary. I don't know if I said that, but I'm glad you're here. And second of all, I have already primed my skin with the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow primer, and I moisturize my face with my normal oil. This is an argan oil bottle, but I use sweet almond oil. I just like this because it's like a little dropper thing and I can keep it in here, and yeah. So let's start off with our eyes. I just recently cleaned all of my brushes as well and decided instead of keeping them in the jars that I keep it in this little bag. So we'll see how I like this. I was hoping it would help me find my brushes more easily. And it did. So first topic, why I posted the singing video. If you have not seen the singing video that I posted, I think it only has like 1 view right now, but maybe some people have seen it like in their feed and like, why did this girl post this? That is a Christian song. It's called Reckless Love it's originally done by Corey Asperger. No, that Asperger's a disease. Asbury. That's his last name. This is a brow pomade by e.l.f. in medium brown. But I have been like loving that song recently, and I was just messing around on the piano, and I felt like I was supposed to post that, like someone was supposed to see that, and you know, it brighten their day. Because we all, especially women, men feel this way too, but I think since women, we kind of shame ourselves, and we shame other women without even meaning to sometimes. We can feel like we're not enough, and that we don't have a purpose in this world. I know I've definitely felt that way. And let me tell you, depression is real. I can't stand it when there's some people who are like, depression is all in people's heads. And I'm talking about church people. Because there are a lot of people in the church, not just my church, but the church whole, who think that depression is just something that people make up, when it is 100% not. It just irks me. That is another thing. Mental illness is 100% real. Okay, eyebrows are on. Poppin'. If you're wondering, I wear glasses, and I actually don't. I think my glasses are sitting on the piano right now. But I always do my eyebrows super dark because of my glasses, and I really like to shape them, make them, because I think I've worn my glasses in a video before. I was definitely wearing them in that singing video. I'll try to remember to put that in. I think it's one of these sides. I don't know which one it is. But in the cards, so if y'all want to see it, you can. I'm not a good piano player. And I mess up a lot. A lot. Oh, and the brush I used to put my eyebrows on was with the Anastasia number 12 question mark? No, 7B. I don't know where I got 12 from. Anyway, why I posted, did I already say that? Why I posted the singing video? I think I did. I'm not good at this. I forget things way too easily. I'm using an e.l.f. smudge pot in Crusin Chic. And this is a Ben Nye brush. FB7. I did a lot of stage makeup and special effects makeup in high school. So I have a whole slew of special effects makeup that I hardly use anymore. Just because it's not what I'm doing. Anyway, I think I've already answered the first one. I probably should check off when I actually finish answering these. Just because I'm super forgetful. Another thing you should know about me. Super, uber forgetful. Okay, so, done. So the next one was my religious standpoints. Now, this could go a whole slew of ways. You know, like women's rights, you know, Planned Parenthood, pro-choice, pro-life. Personally, I am pro-choice, if you want to know. I believe that if a woman wants to get an abortion, she should be allowed to because it is her body. I would never get an abortion, though. I feel like that has to be said. Like, for me personally, even without the religious standpoints of it, in my beliefs, I don't think that I could physically do it, you know. That's not the one I'm looking for. My makeup bag is a mess right now. I started using that bigger makeup bag, if you would have seen in my March and April makeup bags. And I tried to put it in back into my original makeup bag, this one, and I couldn't even dig around in there. So I was like, okay, maybe you're just going to have a bunch of makeup in your makeup bag for the rest of your life. It's fine. I'm just going to take this cream shadow. This is the next cream shadow that I'm panning. I don't think I've made that clear. I haven't posted my Pan That Palette update yet. But, actually not going to use that in this video, though. And this is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm going to try to link all of the products down below so I don't have to keep saying what they are. I feel like that's going to be easier than me going, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. Okay, for eyeshadow today, I'm actually going to use my Makeup Revolution light and shade palette, and for my lid, I'm going to use this Loreal eyeshadow. So, first off, I'm going to do a transition. I'm just going to use the same brush and dip it into this brown shade. This is the palette I usually take to go traveling, and then I'll take like some of my single shadows or like a small eyeshadow palette with, or even just use my highlighters for my lid shades, because I use this to set my face as a powder. I use this as my contour, and then I use this as my bronzer. Just a little. Obviously everyone couldn't do that because we all have different skin tones, but that is what I do. Especially if I'm just going away for like a couple days. Like if I'm going up to see my brother at college. That is what I do. Now I'm going to take this shade, just deepen the crease. This is going to be a pretty smoky look. This is like my go-to. Not like with these exact shades, but this is kind of in general the look I go for. Now I'm just going to take a clean blending brush because I actually clean my brushes. I'm going to dip it back into that nude color. That's not nude, it's like a taupey color. Just go and blend everything out. Blend the edges, make sure everything's not super harsh. Matches my 8. And then This is the Loreal Color Riche eyeshadow in, I don't know how to say it because it's in French, I believe, but it's in 204. It's a really pretty shade. And these are kind of like a funny texture too. They're like a gelled powder. A lot of people say they're kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, but I've never had a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, so I wouldn't know about that. But honestly, I probably need to throw this away. It's like 2 years old, but I love it so much. There was a while I was trying to hit pan on it, and I finally did. Like, I would wear this every single day. Alright, eyes are done. I usually do my eyeshadow and then I go into my face, although it always changes every single day. So, more religious standpoints. What are more things I could talk about on religious standpoints? I am a part of the Assemblies of God denomination, so that's like a branch of Pentecostal. When I tell a lot of people that, they always ask me, so why do you cut and dye your hair and why do you wear jeans and pants? And I said, oh, even a lot of like modern day Pentecostals still wear pants and they'll cut their hair and dye their hair and wear makeup. So, oh, I use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in 102, the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in 202. And I'm about to use these Hard Candy Mix-In Pigment makeup drops in the shade Light 2, which is not light. I'm just going to add 1 drop of this just to warm it up, because that L'Oreal foundation is very cool toned, and I am not a cool person. I'm a neutral. So, I'm going to take my Equal 2 sponge. I always plan out videos in my head, and then as soon as I start filming, I completely forget what I was going to say. So, yes, I am Assemblies of God. I guess let's move on to the next topic. How I was called into ministry. Because if you watch that video of me singing that song, I'm not trying to force y'all to go watch it. I mean, obviously. But if you watch it, you'll see that I say that I've been called into ministry since I was a little kid. And as an Assemblies of God child, especially in the Arkansas district, our church camps are intense. And that's to say the least. I don't know about any other district because I've never lived in any other district. But they are old style Pentecostal, especially youth camp. But I got called into ministry at church camp. I remember it so distinctly. It was the 3-day church camp. And the first night I had gotten like saved. And my mom's a children's pastor, so at our church, so she, obviously she was there, and she was so proud. And then the second night, I got filled with the Holy Spirit, which, if you don't know, is when you speak in other tongues. It's the godly language that God gave us, so that we could, pray to Him, and only He understand what we're saying. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing, honestly. I'm not the person to try and explain that, because I'm awful at it. But it is a language of a heavenly language. And then on the 3rd night, I was praying in the altars, and I just kept hearing ministry, ministry, ministry. And I was 10 years old. I had just come out of 4th grade, and I heard was ministry, ministry. And I thought that was so funny. Obviously, as a follower of Jesus, as I like to call myself, we're all called into ministry at some point It may be just living a Christ-filled life and being an example to others. Maybe you're calling to ministry, or it may be standing up in front of thousands of people in a mega church, you know, preaching the word 3-4 times a week. I mean, it's all, I'm using the Hard Candy Color Corrector Expert Stick, but I mean, it's all different. And I finally figured out what I was supposed to be doing probably about 3 or 4 months ago. Has it even been that long? Probably, yeah, probably 3 or 4 months ago. I've always loved singing, and I've sang my whole entire life. I kind of joke around with all my friends that I was singing coming out of the womb. Just because that is how much I love singing, and how much I truly, for the longest time, I always wanted to be a famous singer because they got to sing all the time. And whether I was successful at it or not, that's what I wanted to do with my life. And then I found makeup, and I wanted to become a makeup artist because, you know, anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. I can't speak for long periods of time and just continue speaking. I'm so bad at it. No. But I had gotten voluntold. Yeah, voluntold. Ha. Anyway, I had gotten voluntold to start. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Light 2. Don't worry, this is not the only concealer I'm using, because it is super uber duper pale. I just really like that highlighted look on the center of my face. I will be putting another concealer on. I'm trying to finish this up. This is the Wet n Wild Come Correct. But I can't use it on its own because it's super thick. I got voluntold to do Wednesday night worship, like be the worship leader, and there was one night where I was singing, and I think I was singing Holy Spirit by Carrie Job or something like that, and I kept hearing God say, this is what you're meant to do. Nothing else but this. And that kind of scared me. Especially because I never wanted to go to college. Like, I'm going to be straight real with y'all. I wouldn't be going to college if it wasn't for Mom. I was ready to start my career in makeup. Like, I loved it that much. I was ready to just move to a larger city and start making a name for myself. You know? And so, it's kind of funny how maybe I'm meant to be at the same church that I'm doing, because our worship leader that's there right now for Sunday mornings, she's getting older. I mean, I love Teresa, that's her name, and she is probably one of the best worship leaders I've ever seen. But you know, people aren't going to be on this world forever, and she's getting older, and someone is going to have to step up. And I kind of feel like that person is supposed to be me, you know? And it's so weird for me to be saying this, because I used to have the worst stage fright. I still do if I think about it. Like, if I think about it too much. This is the Maybelline powder. And I honestly, when I started singing, even downstairs, I would get so nervous my voice would shake. And it's just kind of like eventually all of that stopped. And then I started singing upstairs. Like, I always sang backup and like harmonies, but I never sang like by myself. Well, it had been a really long time since I had. Probably like since I was like 14 or 15. And I'm an extremely introverted person. Like, what y'all see here is not my normal. I'm usually the person who sits in the corner of the room, like, super quiet, especially in crowds. Oh my goodness, I absolutely hate large crowds. I do pretty good in, like, groups of 3 or 4, but more than that, I just kind of, unless, if I know them, like, if I know everyone there, then I'm okay. I never went into any high school parties because of that, which probably is a good thing. I didn't go to birthday parties or anything like that because I was too scared of just what could happen. Like, what if someone tries to abduct me that I don't know? Like, I mean, and it's kind of funny how God works that way, though, at least to me, because I was so scared, and now doing this for 3 or 4 months, almost every week, you know, being in front of a group of, I'd say probably ranges from like 10 to 40 kids. I mean, they're not kids because they're only a little bit younger than me, but teenagers, and seeing them worship like that, you know, giving words of knowledge, because I finally let myself go and let God work through me, because I'm not scared. I'm not up there shaking, going, what are they thinking of me? Oh my goodness, this sounds so stupid. Why did I pick this song? You know, it's hard for me to explain this kind of stuff. And I apologize. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on off camera because no one wants to see the mascara faces, but I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay. Now to set the rest of my face, besides where I'm baking. I'm not really baking because I don't really have enough powder on my face to be baking. I'm going to use the Rimmel powder that I'm panning. Where are you? There you are. Right in my hand. I have way too much makeup, y'all. Like, way too much makeup. It's fine. Now, I usually am, like, totally against baking, but I find that it helps my makeup stay on longer, especially during these summer months when I'm, like, super, super, uber, duper oily. Because I like to look glowy, but, not like this. So now I'm going to take the Riche Cabana bronzer. It's not really a bronzer, but that's whatever. And wipe all this away. I like using a glowy powder to wipe it away. So I look glowy. I'm also going to take a little bit of a break from my bronzer because I'm kind of getting bored with it. I usually don't get bored with bronzers, but I'm going to use this one today. This is another Wet Wild bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. I bought this one to replace the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. Just for something new. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I do that a lot. Oh, color. Yay. Another thing you should know about me, I talk like Miranda sings way too much. It's fine. It's totally fine. The last topic I had to say was what I do in ministry, but I kind of included that with the previous one, which is fine. But yeah, for blush, I'm going to use these Tarte blushes, and just kind of mix them all together. That's what I usually do. Well, except for the highlighters. Well, I'm going to mix all the matte ones. I don't really want a shimmery blush. More of these and then a little bit of that. These are super pigmented, so I try to go in with a extremely light hand. Okay, for highlighter, I'm actually going to use Opal as a highlighter today. Usually, I try to mix that in with the, where's she at? Oh, it's right here. I'm not going to show you this because it'd be a spoiler, but usually I try to mix this in with the bronzer that I use and kind of use it as a bronzer. I've gotten a little into a little bit more sun. So I'm kind of, no, it's still too dark. Okay. Experiment proven wrong. Oh, it's so dark. I really just want to take like this fully loaded brush like this. I just kind of like dunked it in and go, no, Mary, don't do that. Don't let anyone tell you that you have too much highlighter on, unless you have a glob of highlighter like there. Like me. Getting them on a little. Just blend it out a little bit. Yes. Yes. That's why I love that highlighter. And probably no matter how old it gets, I probably will keep it. That's so gross, isn't it? I would never use that on someone else, though. But, anyway. Now for lips. Where's my lipstick? That's the only one, but the one that I want. I'm going to use Berry Recognize, because I think it'll look really nice with this bronzy look, and it's kind of... I'm being so annoying right now, I'm sorry. I'm annoying myself. I should have put lip balm on earlier. My lips are going to be real crusty. Okay. That is everything. Oh no, I gotta spritz my face. During the summertime, I really like using this Mario Badescu to get rid of the powderiness with how many powders I have packed on my face to try to keep my makeup on through the heat. I'm being very extra right now because I'm getting really antsy and I want to move around and I'm really about to just go back to the piano and start playing. But I hope you enjoyed everything. Sorry I got annoying at the end, but it's fine. Please, I pray that you do not leave any hateful comments on this video. Even though probably it's not going to be any more than like 20 views. But that's fine. I don't do this for views. I do this for my enjoyment. Also, I wanted to let y'all know I'm going to start uploading more. I do not have a job right now and I'm not going to school, so I'm going to try to update 5 days a week. And I will not be having a job during my next semester and summer term as well. So I'm still going to try to upload the 5 days a week. Because I won't be seen. No, because this is what I enjoy doing. I want to treat this like my job, you know, because I love it. I love it. So, anyway, I will talk to you later, guys.